Has this ever happened to you? Or has this ever happened to you? Don't worry, I'm not here to shame you. I'm a professional. And you can also be a professional too. My name is Idle, and after recently being told I need to play more professionally and stop laughing at my own jokes, I've decided to take RuneScape seriously, and I'm passing that seriousness on to you. I have received literally many fire capes since I started playing in 2005, and I've gotten them all sorts of different ways. You can trust me. You can trust me. Do you trust me? Because this is a fire cape guide, you might be tempted to dive into gear setups or the breakdown of the ways, but that would be your first mistake. As a professional, the most important thing to getting your first fire cape is remaining calm. So I'm gonna play 10 seconds of a babbling brook, and we're gonna do a little breathing exercise. First lesson to getting a fire cape, always expect the unexpected. Here's what you'll need to get a fire cape. Number 1, a mouse. You'll use this to click on things. Number 2, this is optional, a keyboard. If you can save the money on a keyboard, you don't need it. You have a mouse. Seems like that takes care of most things. I would use that money on number 3, a headband. It's going to get sweaty in there. If that sweat gets in your eyes, it's all over. Here's a picture of my dog to help you digest that information. Uh-oh, now it's Jad. Never forget lesson number 1. Part 2, gear. The easiest way to get a fire cape is to use ranged. Black D-hide with a rune crossbow works great. If you have less D-hide, use it. That's fine. I would bring a Varric's helm because it has prayer bonus and it's a nice little bit of tankiness for when you get hit. But you can also substitute that for a top hat if you want to be more professional. Your inventory should be a lot of brews and restores and like 2 range potions. And that should like cover it. You can have, if you don't have brews, you can have like fish. That's fine too. But just a lot of prayer and some food. Professionals don't take much damage. There's a lot of different setups you could go with, but this one's fine. Don't overthink it. Part 3, the waves. I think I may have gone out of frame. The fight caves are like a puzzle, each wave a labyrinth, beckoning you deeper until eventually you reach the center where you find the Minotaur. You look to the side, you look back. All of a sudden, you're the Minotaur, tucked so deeply away from society for so long. What cruel creator would curse you to this existence without even the slightest glimmer of hope to ever see the sun again? Why must we do the dance of life if it is not a dance we initially wanted to do? Luckily, me and the professionals in the lab came up with an easy system to help you solve each and every wave. Always remember to come. Completely observe multiple enemies. Come. So through everything you'll face in the fight caves, don't forget to come. It's time to jump into the fight caves. I had my assistant do a quick run for demonstration purposes, and we'll be referring to that for the duration of this guide. The early waves are easy. From 1 to 9, you just gotta kill everything super quickly. Just make sure these bats don't hit you, because if they do, they drain your prayer, and you need your prayer. Luckily, they're pretty easy to kill. Starting wave 7, make sure to pray range, because that's when the ranger comes out. Luckily, he doesn't hit that hard. He's not that spooky. At wave 15, you'll encounter the Melior. Luckily, you're a professional, and the Melior is a moron. As you can see, there are many safe spots located within the fight caves. My 2 favorite are Italy Rock and Long Rock. It appears my assistant decided to use the Long Rock to come. Trapping the Melior should be your priority. It'll get a little bit more complicated in the later waves, but don't worry, you've got this. Always remain calm. From wave 22 to 29, you'll have to handle both the Ranger and the Melior. My assistant handles this beautifully by trapping the Melior at Long Rock and then dragging the Ranger down. This way he can kill the Ranger while the Melior remains safe spotted. Remember, if you're not taking damage, always kill the thing taking your prayer. Wave 31 is when the fun begins. This is when the Major spawns, and from this point forward, don't turn off your mage prayer. After a while, you'll be dealing with the Major and the Ranger, but it's okay. You got this. My advice for your first fire cape, don't do any prayer flicking. You silly bitch. Simply take out the Ranger first, then deal with the Major. Ideally, you can actually trap the Major or the Ranger behind one of these safe spots we talked about earlier. That way you don't have to take damage like a professional, like a professional wouldn't. Wave 53. This is the culmination of everything you've learned thus far? The Major, the Ranger, the Melior. What do they all have in common? They just spawned. They are all coming at you with the singular goal of snuffing that fire within you. The only fuel source you have left, your last bastion to try and get this fire cape, the thing you have strived for so long for, that little cape that defines your value as a human. But in the fight against the Majors and the Rangers and the Meliors, you have something that they don't. You've got cum. Your first priority is always to kill or trap the Ranger. That way you're not taking any more damage. At this point, you're probably wondering, what do I do with the Melior? Ideally, you can trap it on one of the safe spots. If you can't, use the Major or use the Ranger to trap the Melior. This is your best bet. Once you kill the monster that's trapping it, go to one of the standard safe spots. You can figure this out. You can do this. I believe in you. These are the ultimate ways where you need to stay calm and come. Never forget to come. Wave 60. 2 Rangers, 1 Melior, 1 Major. This is the final true test before Jad. You've got this. You've got cum. You have the power. Sorry. Let's see how my assistant handles this. Okay. All right. Don't. You can do better. You can do better. Just remember the basics. Kill the things that are damaging you first, unless they're safe spotted, then kill the things taking your prayer. It's that easy. It's that easy. He's learning to be a professional just like you. Wave 62 has 2 Majors. One of them is orange. Keep an eye on him. He's a villain. And by a villain, I mean he is a marker of where Jad will spawn. Always kill the red Major first and the orange Major second, because that way you'll be ready to attack Jad as soon as it dies. Take a moment while you're leisurely killing these Majors to do some more breathing exercises and get your body at ease. Visualize yourself wearing the fire cape. Manifest it. The only thing that can kill you now is you and Jad. You can hit pretty hard. So, it's go time. The Majors are dead. The only thing standing between you and that fire cape has just spawned. Jad is standing in front of you, and any second now, the most anxiety-inducing moment of your life will begin, dwarfing the time the teacher called on you in class, but you didn't hear the question because you fell asleep, because the night before, you didn't get any sleep, because you understand that any time spent sleeping is time you're not spending gaming, and if you're not gaming, you're not gaining, and sleep is just a social construct that society made to stop you from becoming the best at your craft. And you understand that. You know you don't need sleep. You know you just need more G Fuel. Not sponsored. So anyway, Jad. If Jad stands up on his hind legs, he's going to mage you. If he slams down, he's going to range you. It's useful to play with game sounds on because his mage attack and his range attack sound different. The mage attack sounds like this, and the range attack sounds like this. Here's something very important though. If you hear the mage attack, you have time to pray. If you hear the range attack, it's too late. That's why when the fight starts, you're gonna pray range. Just in case he ranges you, you're good. You're golden. If you hear the mage noise, boom, just throw on pray range. Mage, damn it. On your first fire cape attempts, it might seem like Jad is attacking pretty fast, but actually you have a lot more time than you think. But to help slow things down, remember the 1 action per attack rule. When Jad attacks and you've correctly flicked your prayer, do 1 action at the most. Do you need more prayer? Change your prayer. Drink your restore. Only drink the 1 dose if you need prayer. Only eat 1 fish if you need health. Only things get a little bit trickier when the healers spawn, but remember, stay calm. 1 attack, 1 action. Jad attacks you, tag a healer. Jad attacks you, tag a healer. Jad attacks you, Jad attacks you. If you're a professional, you can just tank the healers and keep attacking Jad, because professionals don't take damage. You can trap Jad and kill the healers 1 by 1, but just remember when you step back out, pray range, just in case. I usually don't like doing this because it adds a little extra spice to the whole operation, but if you're worried, go for it. I trust you. Once you've dealt with the healers, you're golden. Just keep attacking Jad, keep switching your prayers, and you're okay. If you freak out and switch your prayer to the wrong thing, you're gonna die, maybe. You might have enough health. If you get hit by a Jad attack and survive, 1, hell yeah. 2, focus on your prayers first, then your health. 1 attack, 1 action. If he hits you twice, you're probably gonna die. Once Jad is down, you'll be pulled out of the fight caves with a fire cape in your inventory. You are now a professional. If you like this professional guide, make sure to like it, and if you really liked it, a subscription would be useful, and if you have a friend who could use cum, make sure to send this their way. Okay, bye.